Hello there, welcome to In My Opinion for Ghost Hunter.
You play as a cop named Lazarus Jones, and with his partner Anna Steele, they check up on a school named Monstay. This school was closed down because of unsolved murders, and the demolition team says they've been seeing some things. While investigating the spooky school, Lazarus finds a machine in the basement with a jukebox attached to it known as the Array. He then presses some buttons which lets loose a ton of bad spirits. One of these spirits is the knight Sir William Hawkmoor, who eventually kidnaps Steele. Not knowing what to do, Lazarus goes back to the Array and his AI appears. This AI was made by Professor Peter Richmond, and this AI says the professor could help Lazarus find Steele, but he's gone missing too. A portal door opens up and the AI says the portal could lead to the professor as well as those ghosts that were released. So Lazarus is off with some new ghost gear to stop the ghost, find the professor, and save Steele. Going by the dialogue, you can see this is a comedy horror, and I found myself to really enjoy it. Think something like Ghostbusters if the inspiration isn't obvious enough. Lazarus is a fun jokey lead, and thankfully he never comes off like an annoying asshat. He can be serious if need be, and is shown to have a good heart. Hawkmoor is a pretty good intimidating baddie, and thankfully he doesn't just vanish from the story when it starts up. Also, Lazarus will come across some weird characters through his portal hopping, like some hillbillies and a ghost captain. And you can find some notes while exploring the level. These do a good job at giving you some backstory to the place, some characters, and what's been happening. Only negative I got for the story is the end felt like it was rushed, and left me wondering about some things. This game plays as a third-person shooter with some puzzle elements. The combat really does feel like someone answering the question, what if Ghostbusters had guns instead of the proton pack? You'll not only be given ghost guns, but also normal guns as well. You start off with a pistol with infinite ammo, but soon you get your ghost assault rifle. And as you make more progress in the story, your arsenal increases, like a ghost sniper and a shotgun. I don't get how a normal weapon could hurt a ghost, but hey, I'll roll with it. I felt each gun was useful except for the grenade launcher. And they all pack a punch, though of course some hit harder than others. The sniper is pretty powerful, but you have to make sure you aim properly, and the shotgun is a beast. But they balance it with the fact that the ammo for it is pretty sparse, so you have to think before you use it. The ghost guns run on ammo too, but this ammo is way more plentiful, as it's the blue orbs you just find lying around, and you can also get some by damaging enemies. The same system goes for your health as well, but instead of blue, they're orange orbs. Now of course you can't kill ghosts, so instead you have to use a ghost frisbee to trap them. And it kinda reminds me of the Extreme Ghostbusters trap. I do like how you can throw this at any time, even if the ghost is at full health. It can be helpful sometimes to do, as some ghosts' reaction to it is to be stunned, letting you get multiple shots in, though there are some that spaz out when it happens, so you have to learn when to use it. When springing the trap, you can see the ghost's health, and you're also timed capturing the ghost. Of course, if time runs out, you can try again. But when the frisbee comes back, you're defenseless for a few seconds as you can't shoot, so the enemy has a chance to hit you. Now if you totally miss the throw, then that means more time of you being defenseless. I will say the shooting controls in this game is kind of odd, since before you can even shoot, you have to get into your shooting stance, which changes your movement. So you have to think before you start shooting, as you can become an easy target. Not only that, but to shoot it's R1 instead of R2. I do like that on the emulator on the PS5 it lets you switch the buttons as I change the shooting to R2. You can also go into first person, which is extremely helpful when you're using your sniper for those headshots, but you can't move at all when you're in first person, so it's best to be aware of your surroundings. While all of this is a bit weird, I got used to it rather quickly. Now I did mention puzzles, and that's where Astral comes into play. There's kind of a female spirit that goes inside you that you can release and control at certain points. Controlling her is pretty easy, but if you do what I did with the shooting button, you have to change it back, since when you're controlling her, for some reason she doesn't read the button correctly. Anywho, while exploring the levels, you eventually hit some type of roadblock, be it flood, blocked door, etc. This is when you switch to Astral. Just hop in the circle and press the button. As you make progress in the game, she'll unlock new powers from other ghosts, like becoming solid to break floors and touch switches, or being able to push aside objects, or even possessing other ghosts. She does have a meter of her own that drains when using said powers, but there's usually some spirit juice around. I actually like these, and it feels like a nice little break from all the shooting action, and you do have to use your head a bit for some of them. I won't lie though, I did use the rewind options the emulator has a few times if I made a mistake. While she is the main driver when it comes to puzzles, Lazarus is able to do some himself, like figuring how to capture a ghost who keeps going through walls, or how to make smoke appear to see ghosts clearly to capture. Even some of the boss encounters have some of this, as just shooting won't cut it all the time, and most of the bosses are enjoyable. There is one section in the whole game that is a pain in the ass, and it's the final level. I won't spoil story stuff, so I won't show footage, but I will say you'll receive an AI partner who can't defend themselves, and if they die, you lose. And this dumbass AI will straight up run into danger, so you have to follow to prevent them from being killed, while potentially getting yourself killed. Yeah, it's just not fun, and it sucks it happens in the final level, leaving a bitter taste in my mouth. There is one weird feature this game has. I say weird because it feels like the devs gave up halfway or just didn't have enough time. You're allowed to take a peek in the array and get a better look at the ghosts and even some info on them, which I thought was pretty awesome. Though once you start the next level after revisiting the school to explore some more, the game never allows you to return to see this again, which was extremely disappointing. I think the game still looks good after all these years. Each level is visually unique and you won't be seeing the same spots a bunch of times. Even when you come back to the school, the new areas you explore have their own look. I think the character models are also all around well done. Lazarus' Ghost Hunter outfit looks pretty cool, the ghost designs look great, and even though it's part comedy, they look pretty damn creepy. They do reuse some designs which are just different colors, though you still get at least 1 or 2 new ghosts in each level, which helps keep things fresh. I really enjoy the voice acting as well, especially from our main villain. When it comes to the tech issues, I did run into some. Of course, there's the AI mess I mentioned earlier that happens in the final level, and the last one I ran into was a boss getting stuck. Though this allowed me to get an easy kill, so depending how you look at it, it could be a positive. Also, if you're curious, I have the modern filter on as I felt it looked the best, and I also turned up the brightness a tiny bit as the game can be too dark at times. The game also ran smooth with really no big frame drops through my playthrough.
Is this a dagger I see before me?
No, it's a Glock 17. Police issue.
Thou canst not say I did it. Never shake thy gory locks at me.
Take your tights off, worm boy. You've lost your audience. Unless you haven't noticed.
Caviar to pigs, I'm feeding. I shall succumb to the spirit of Barnum and Bailey. Give them what they want to see.
Steal! Steal!
She cannot hear you, cretin. Well, well. Have you enjoyed yourself chasing up and down, firing pop guns at my little troop of pets?
Cut the crap, hogface! I don't care how many times you died on your ass before, I'm taking you down!
You intend to arrest a ghost?
I remember playing this game back in the day and having a blast. And while it's not perfect with the kind of wonky control scheme, final level AI issue, and iffy ending, my feelings really haven't changed. I still enjoy the characters, and shooting up some creepy ghosts and capturing them is still fun. It took me about 10 hours to beat this game, and there's no real replay value. Even after all these years, I still feel like I could give this game a high recommendation, as while it may not have busters in the title, it still feels really good when you nab a ghost. I hope you enjoy my thoughts in this game, and for gamer's sake, keep gaming.